Interrompemos esse podcast para perguntar: quem você quer ser?
Designer, engenheira, pedagoga,
administrador.
Quer saber? O Senac EAD é nota máxima no MEC. Tem cursos de diversas áreas, com conteúdo elaborado por especialistas do mercado e professores mestres e doutores. Ainda tem o Senac Carreiras, conectando estudantes a vagas de emprego em todo o país. Saiba mais em ead.senac.br/graduação.
Pausa rapidinho agora para falar de dica de ouro para os papais e mamães. Depois de experimentar a nova Hug Supreme Care Fralda Roupinha, tudo ficou ainda melhor pro meu filho. É a única com canais em X que se adaptam aos movimentos, com 2 vezes proteção noturna e cintura elástica que se adapta ao corpinho do bebê, além de ser super fácil de colocar e tirar. Praticidade pura. Então guarda essa dica. Nova Hug Supreme Care Fralda Roupinha. Bebê, estamos juntos nessa, mais do que nunca. Agora curta seu podcast.
Oh, hello, Holly.
Hello, Dave.
What's going on?
Hey, and everybody, welcome to What Difference Does It Make?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Wait, you're supposed to say the podcast.
The podcast. Yeah, the podcast is exciting.
Yeah, so welcome. Hey, how are you?
I didn't get the script today.
I figured you'd know it by heart
This
by
is
now.
all, it feels like we're just talking, but we're actually we write this script out every week. Everything is scripted.
You'd never know.
This part we're talking about, scripted. Crazy.
Not.
What? What? Okay, so we have a podcast. What is this all about? Why are we doing this? What's going on?
We're talking 80s. We're talking mostly 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
Some fashion and pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
TV, movies is
Yep.
what I mean by pop culture.
Yes.
But mostly music because we love 80s music.
Indeed.
Don't we, Dave?
We do. Yes, of course. And just as a springboard, we've been using the KROQ 106.7 songs from the entire decade of the 80s. We did 1980. We did 81. What comes next?
82.
82. Perfect. I'm still learning. I couldn't remember. And now we're doing 1983. And we are counting down the 106.7 songs of 1983 that were played on the world-famous KROQ.
We also we want to remind our listeners that while we are using a list of 106.7 songs because that is their frequency, they have since pared it down to 80 songs. So 26.7 songs have been eliminated from each year, and it's been fun to guess whether a song's been eliminated or not. And we are pretty much mid 1983 now, right? Mid.
Would you call number 70 mid?
No, I guess
All
I
right.
would call 50 mid.
Both of us are bad at math.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that's okay.
Yes, a shout out to my to my BFF Fable, who we met in remedial math in college.
You were in remedial math?
Yeah. Math 098 or 099 or something
An
like
O
that.
class?
An O class. Yeah. Super proud.
You managed to rise above.
I have risen above.
Yeah.
And
Did you take another math class after that?
Why would I ever have taken another math class?
Well,
I probably there might have been another requirement. I might have blocked it out. And I probably haven't used any kind of much math since, nor have I been able to help my children in math as they've grown past probably 6th grade.
Okay.
But as a podcaster and talking about 80s music, how often do I need math?
Well, apparently you need it because you don't know what half of 106.7 is.
Okay, back to the original point. That is a good point. Maybe I should go back and take a refresher math class.
That's all right.
Were you a mathy?
I was not a mathy, but I did okay in math. I remember taking a statistics class in math. You know,
Yeah.
baseball fan, you got to learn a little math.
Sure. Actually,
It's all math now in baseball.
It is all math. And Sam, my son, my 17-year-old youngest child, oldest son, is taking, he opted for statistics over calculus as a senior in high school. I guess he finds that he will never have a use for calculus, but statistics there may very well be a use for in the future.
For sure. That's, if he loves baseball. I mean, you read anything about baseball, it's all numbers.
He does. And
it's crazy numbers now.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about that, but you know.
No, okay. Could lead to a future for your oldest son.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe it will. Stay tuned. By the time we get to 1989, maybe he'll have a career already. Maybe he'll be up in his full-fledged career.
Goes on. This will go on forever.
Yeah.
If all else, if all goes according to plan.
Yes.
All right. So part math is counting backwards. Can you, as we count down, the smaller the number, the bigger the hit.
How about, thanks, Casey. How about if we start with 70 today?
Okay. So this week, we're going to go from 70 to 61.
Yes.
These are the songs that were originally played on KROQ. This was their year-end list. And then I will say whether it is on the updated list of that's on the HD2 station, the world-famous KROQ of
You'll
their
say
80s.
if the song is still on? You'll ask me, and I'll tell you if the song is still on.
Right. I'll ask you if you think it's still on, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
The answer may
Right after
surprise
this.
you.
Very good. I thought it was a teaser.
It's always a teaser. All right. So let's fire it up and get started. Where are we?
70. We are at 70, and 70 is Falco
Falco.
with Der Kommissar.
Alles klar, Herr Kommissar?
Okay. We probably have German listeners.
Alles klar, Herr Kommissar?
Do you know what that means?
You can go ahead and tell me.
It means everything okay, officer?
Yeah. It's very cool.
Yes. I don't think I knew that at the time.
You cool, Commissar?
Yeah.
You cool, officer?
I'm good. I'm cool.
I'm cool. You cool? Did you watch the video?
I did not watch it this time.
It's great. It's just hilarious. But, I mean, he looks like...
He looks like what? Does he look like a commissar?
First of all, a lot of cocaine is probably in his system during the shooting of this video.
Uh-huh.
But he's got the sunglasses. He looks kind of like... I hate to say like a giant douchebag, but he's got that.
I do remember.
But he does have that attitude. But it plays as a rock star. Like looking back, like, oh, okay, that's 80s rock star. It's kind of fun to see the backdrop of a police car, and then he's running, and it doesn't look real at all. But that was the video. But he did his little dance. He looks like Donald Trump Jr. or something. He just got the slick back hair and the sunglasses. I don't know. He looks a little bit like George Michael in a way.
Well, it can't be a bad look.
In the early 80s, it was a great look. And he looks,
looks the part.
He looks like the cocky rock star.
Okay. Douchey, as you might say.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you ingest a lot of cocaine, allegedly. This song by Falco was number 1 in Germany. Number 1 in Austria, number 1 in France, Italy, Japan, and Spain. What about the U.S.?
It was not number 1 here.
No, it did not.
Not like Rock Me Amadeus.
No, this did not make a mark at all.
Oh, at all?
Why was Falco not, this huge international hit was not on the charts?
Clean
Falco's version was all in German. After the Fire's version is in English.
Right.
Yes.
He did. He actually encouraged English speaking bands to record his song because he felt it would help him make inroads in the U.S.
That worked. That worked out well.
Because we do know Falco for the song.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is as I was doing my deep dive, I heard this song by Laura Branigan called Deep in the Dark.
Yeah.
Did you listen to that?
No, I didn't listen to it.
You need to listen to things.
I do listen to things.
This was.
You went pretty deep on this.
Go on YouTube and listen to Deep in the Dark, and I'm sure you will post it on social media. It's the exact instrumental version, but different lyrics.
But it's a translation of the lyrics, isn't it?
No. For Laura Branigan,
yeah,
it is. No, the chorus is deep in the dark, oh, with thunder in her heart, oh. I'm gonna delete that. That's horrible.
No.
But anyway, she did her own.
Okay.
Added her own lyrics to that song.
Okay, I will. I promise. I promise, okay. And I'll post. I'll go back and listen, and I'll post.
All right. Were you a Laura Branigan fan?
I was not.
What?
I what am I going to say? I respect her. I know she's talented, has many fans.
Yeah.
I don't dislike her, just not a fan.
1983 was a good year for Laura. She had a hit with Solitaire. It's number 7. Yeah. That was the follow-up to Gloria. And she had another song on there called How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? Do you know that song?
I do. I'm not going to sing it. You're not going to.
But who sang that song? He's also the writer.
Yeah, you put me on the spot.
I know. That's what I do here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on Jeopardy and I'm just...
No, you would have been passed over.
Yeah, I know.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
That was his first hit.
That's a mental block, I think.
That's okay. But Laura had a hit with that originally. And then, of course, Michael took it to stratosphere.
And he wrote it.
Yeah. It was originally written for Air Supply. Did you know that?
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah. They wanted to make some lyrical changes. And Michael was like, nope, I want it as is. And so they gave it to Laura, and there you go.
Wow. And Michael Bolton said, do you know who I am?
The
You
rest
don't
is
change my
history.
songs.
Well, now, as I did my deep Laura Branigan dive, I also saw she did a guest appearance on Chips, in which she played Sarah, the lead singer of the female rock band Cadillac Foxes.
That is a very 80s name.
I love that name, the Cadillac Foxes.
I have an idea for your future. When we retire from podcasting,
That's never.
we can do a girl band. We can be girl band managers, and we
Okay.
can restart the Cadillac Foxes.
I would 100% be into that.
Okay.
Is this song still on the updated list?
Oh yeah, no question.
No question. Okay. Would you care to guess? It was number 70 in 1983 in this updated list. Where is it?
65.
Good guess. 62.
Oh,
Very good.
do I get extra points for that?
Sure. I'll give you points.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So let's move on to number 69. This song, Radio Free Europe by REM. Our first REM sighting.
Yep. This is what reeled me in. And
It's got you. Yeah.
Yeah, this got me into them, but I'm just going to pretty much let you do all the talking about REM because Dave is the...
Well, I'm not. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
But it was one of those things where I heard this and it was like nothing I had heard on KROQ.
Yeah.
And then you see pictures of them. I don't know. It was just something different and
Compelling.
I don't know, but they were a little bit older than me. But they kind of dressed like me. They, you watch them like these are
Dave dresses like a hipster, just so you know.
no, these REM were not hipsters. They were just guys who played rock music.
Yeah, but they're kind of hipsters. They were hipsters before the hipster,
Without being hipsters. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. No, they
thought so.
didn't come across as being hipsters at all. To me, to a young Dave Sloan.
That's
but
because
these were just
you were one yourself, so
these
you
were
didn't
just-
recognize it.
I don't know. They were just guys from Athens.
Georgia.
Pete Buck worked in a record store, and so like someone like Springsteen, he was 35 or 30, in his 30s. Who knows what He's old. He's over.
He's lived a life that we know nothing about. I mean, that we...
Yeah, he's over,
Yeah.
really. I mean, last album I'd heard was Nebraska. Like, forget this guy. This is it. I'm never going to follow Springsteen. Who knows if he puts out anything again. But
Certainly
this
not.
thing from REM was something exciting. This song originally came out in 81, which I didn't know anything about. I knew it. I was familiar that it came out on Hibtone. I didn't know anything about Hibtone. So, of course, I look on Wikipedia, and it's a label that was based in Atlanta, and they released 8 records. The person that was in charge of Hibtone was Johnny Hibbert, a law student at Woodrow Wilson College of Law.
Whoa.
And yeah, so they put out 8 records. One of them happened to be Radio Free Europe with Sitting Still. And it's a different version. The Hibtone version is different than the one on Murmur.
Oh.
That one's a little more, I kind of like the just because I originally heard the one on IRS records. That's so I kind of like that, but you hear the Hibtone version. It's a little more rockin' and a little dirtier.
You post that to... Oh, really? Like gritty or actual dirty?
Yeah, grittier. It's
Okay.
just kind of it's cool. And, they put it out later on their different greatest hits records.
Yeah.
Hearing this song, even though I had no idea what was being sung,
Yeah.
it was just
There's a reason for that.
yeah. But I mean, it's just something that was working. It was crazy. One of my favorite Radio Free Europe moments happened on April 13th, 1983. When the song was played on American Bandstand, and
It does not have a
there was.
beat you can dance to.
Do you remember American Bandstand where you had to rate a record?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what the rating numbers were? It was not 0 to 100.
I don't remember.
You could rate the record between 35 and 98, and I have no idea why it was 35 to 98, but that's what they came up with.
I do not remember that.
So, it was a guy and a girl, and both gave it a 95. And the girl says it's more danceable than the other song. And then Dick Clark asks, is it a hit? And she says, sure, why not? And the guy says, it's determine a hit song. And the guy says, if it's easy to dance to in a club, then it's a good record. And then Dick Clark says, that's proof in the pudding. And so there you go. But it's great just watching, they play maybe like a minute and a half snippet of the song, and you just see these kids in their totally 80s dancing to the song, and it's phenomenal. It's one of my, I once in a while I'll watch that. Actually, last night I watched it, and it was just fun.
We're going to post this because I've not seen this. I'm going to look at it.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And as is the album Murmur,
yes.
Rolling Stone's best album of 1983, which was beat out some album called Thriller by I don't know who, and Synchronicity by another no-name band, and and this other album called War by U2. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how you say it.
Okay, yeah. So this one beat out those. It was Rolling Stone's number 8 greatest album of the 80s. So Murmur was my entry. This is something new, and this felt like kind of like my band. These are, it was like my secret band, because I didn't know anyone else really in high school that knew about the band, or I didn't have any REM shirts or anything, but I had this album. It was just like my little band.
That's funny. It's to me, it sounds like I would not have guessed that about American Bandstand. To me, it sounds like, and maybe because I know now and I know the band now, this to me sounds like the ultimate college radio song.
Sure, but you didn't know it at the time. We were in high school.
Wait, exactly. I was entering college that year. Okay, wait, I want to go back to what you said. You didn't know what he was saying in the song? You didn't know what?
Right. There was no internet or anything to
get the lyrics?
Yeah.
And they weren't on the...
There was nothing on the sleeves. No. That was what... When you read all reviews of the album, it was like, well, no one really knows what he's saying, but it worked in the mix.
Do you know there was a good reason for that?
What is the reason? He
hadn't finished the lyrics by the time they recorded the album. He said in an interview with NME in 1988, Michael Stipe described the lyrical content as complete babbling.
Yeah, it's interesting. They were all trying to find their way around it. I mean, I remember the first time I saw them was for the second album. I didn't see. I think they might have even played Magic Mountain, I think, or something like that for the first album, which I never saw. Which I never saw. They used to have shows at Magic Mountain, good shows.
Steve saw Missing Persons there.
Oh yeah, so it wasn't just Spinal Tap with Puppet Show.
Yeah. No, definitely not. They did have good bands. They had that nice little theater. I've seen bands there too. Yeah,
great place to see new bands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember they were all trying to figure. I remember Michael would be singing a song and just kind of wander off to the behind the drum kit. And where are you going? You're the lead singer.
Yeah.
Sometimes, they were unique. It wasn't this wasn't big rock and roll. It felt like an independent, just trying to do their own thing. Just, they all had their own individual personalities. And it all shined through. So.
And you've been a loyal fan.
Yeah, I still love them. All right. Enough REM talk.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let's go back to the REM talk. What, is this still on the list?
Absolutely.
Okay. It is. Yes. One better than Der Kommissar. It's number 61.
Yay. And well-deserving of it.
I didn't realize it actually made it onto the Billboard charts, number 78, which was pretty good for an independent band. Number 68 is Don't Try to Stop It by Roman Holiday.
Do you remember the song?
I do remember the song.
Did you remember it before we were...
I did, because that's one of those songs where you hear the title and you immediately hear the melody of the song.
That's all the lyrics. That to me, I can't think of any of the other lyrics, but it's like an earworm.
Yeah, it just sounds like Wham to me. I listened to it last night. I'm like, oh, this is a Wham song.
So if you like Wham, it'll show up on your Spotify. If you like Wham, you may like
Roman Holiday. Exactly.
I don't know. Can you tell me anything about this song?
No, I mean it made it up to 14 in the UK and number 68 in the US.
Yeah.
It's not a great song.
It's catchy.
It's catchy. It's, I don't know.
Got a good beat and you can dance to it?
Maybe. It sounds like Wham. I might like Wham songs more now, knowing that where George Michael was headed. So I kind of appreciate those songs more. So I don't know why. I mean, I heard this and it's just no, this is not for me.
Okay. Are you saying that you didn't appreciate the George Michael songs or Wham as much back in the day?
Not at the time. No, I had a reputation to.
You had a reputation to
I did
uphold?
not have.
Or he had a reputation?
I don't know. It's like, no, like you listen to the Wham, it just felt like a boy band, or, like this is, I think I like the songs. I didn't love the songs or appreciate the production or what was going into the songs. And it took me, like with a lot of things over time, they hold up, or maybe it's where that career is going to in the future that makes me look back and like, oh, these were good songs.
Okay. Well, however you get there.
Yeah. Kind of like, Justin Timberlake or someone like that.
Yeah.
Right?
So uber talented.
Yeah.
Oh, because George Michael, I mean, I loved the music at the time, but I have such a deeper appreciation for it now. Mm-hmm. But I always loved it. And I loved Wham because it was catchier,
Right.
catchier, I think, than George Michael solo. But then, I want to follow him. I wanted to follow him forever. And so I dug a little deeper, read the lyrics, which, I don't always do. Mm-hmm. And I just, God, such a talent.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the one Roman Holiday bit of trivia I have is regarding guitarist songwriter Brian Bonham. Brian Bonham is now a professor and chair of Russian history at Youngstown State University. Teaches a number of courses in modern European history and environmental history. So I looked him up. If you want to give him a call, there it is. It's right there. You want to talk about Don't Try to Stop It.
What? Wow, that's very impressive. Youngstown is in Ohio?
Yeah, in Ohio.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. So he's doing that. And I think Roman Holiday is no more.
Maybe they'll do a reunion. Maybe they'll do their one song on one of the 80s tours.
Maybe we should give him a call right now and see what...
But we can interview him.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't think he will be happy to talk about us.
No, but we can talk about European history. God, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
putting
there's
Roman Holiday to bed.
All right. Roman Holiday. Oh, by the way, is Roman Holiday on this updated list?
Well, I think it's catchy enough to have stayed on the list. I'm going with no.
That is correct. It is no longer on the list.
I am 3 for 3 today.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Okay. All right. Number 67.
All right. Send Me an Angel.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Real Life.
Yes, from Heartland.
Is the band. This was a double hit. Did you know that?
A double hit meaning when they re-released it in 1989?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, but it reached all the way up to number 29 in actually it peaked in 1984, and then they re-released it, and then it went up another 3 spots to number 26.
Yeah. Did you know they were Australian?
No, I did not. They sound like from the UK.
I would have guessed that also.
It kind of reminded me of Pet Shop Boys in a way. The song.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I can see that.
Yeah.
So did you? And this wasn't necessarily your cup of tea. This type.
Yeah, it was not my cup of tea. Yeah. It's I don't know. I listened to it's a decent song. It sounds like KROQ from 1983. I could see why it was played.
Totally.
But I think number 29 on the U.S. charts is probably deserved. That's about as high as it should go.
Yeah. Okay, if Dave is creating the chart.
If I was creating the chart, is this on the updated list?
It's definitely on the updated list.
It is indeed. Number 60.
I am 4 for 4.
Look at you. Go.
And I absolutely would have guessed that it was ahead of Falco and Falco.
REM?
Or, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yay for Send Me an Angel.
So there you go. Yay for Send Me an Angel. Still lives on.
Yes.
Another band that lives on is OMD, which is number 66.
Yep.
This is the song Radio Waves. Do you remember this song?
I do. Were you a fan of OMD?
Yeah, still am.
Yeah.
I mean, this is when I would listen to this, I played it, like, oh my,
This song or Dazzle Ships, the whole album?
No, I played Radio Waves just to remind myself. And then I played it again. This is good. I like this. It's a great dance song. It and actually, when I was listening to it, like, this reminds me of Kraftwerk. And then I looked on Wikipedia, and they had a review of this whole album. The guy from NME said once orchestral maneuvers in the dark get any place, you can guarantee Kraftwerk were there at least 5 years previously.
That's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
but this album holds up, and this song holds up.
I agree
think
with
it's an original work. I love it. I really like them.
I agree, and that it was a good follow up. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah, they continue. I think they still tour, and
yeah,
they're still playing around. They do their 80s shows. Andy McCluskey and Paul Humphreys.
Yep.
Just great voice and great unique sounds. So is this OMD song, is this unique OMD song still on the charts?
I want it to be, but I don't think it is.
It is still on the charts.
Oh, okay.
Number 58.
Yay!
Yeah.
That is very exciting.
Super exciting.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy to be wrong.
No, yeah. OMD is, they were one of the staples of KROQ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we never said the full name of the band. I know they go by OMD, but it's Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, which I'm sure anybody listening to this podcast probably knows that. But
yeah. Do you know what REM stands for?
Rapid Eye Movement?
That's correct.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me something else. Some secret.
No. Well,
secret message.
Honestly, it means nothing. I mean, the band always said it's just letters. I mean, make of it what you want.
How about we take a break right now?
Okay, we've been counting down a lot, and I've lost count. So let's regroup, and we'll be right back.
Chegou a melhor parte do podcast. É hora de provar a melhor Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola sem açúcar. O sabor irresistível da Coca-Cola, sem açúcar e igualmente refrescante. Coca-Cola sem açúcar. A melhor escolha.
Welcome back to What Difference Does It Make?
Moving on to 65, we got the B-52's Legal Tender.
Yes, from Whammy.
What's your favorite whammy? You like the whammy bar? You like the tremolo from the guitar, the whammy bar?
That's it, yeah.
Do you think
yeah.
Like surf music, they always have like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know where, whammy is just a fun song.
Yeah.
Fun to say. Sounds like a uniquely B-52 song.
Yeah.
Or B-52's word.
There's whammy. Yeah.
Did you ever watch?
Whammy kiss. I like the whammy kiss.
Did you ever watch Press Your Luck?
No.
Where they scream, no whammies, no whammies. There was always like, it was like a trivia, and you would hit a button and it would kind of determine what type of question you would get. But if you hit like this little red monster, it was called the whammy. And that would set your cash total to 0.
So this is a game show?
Yeah. Don't you remember the screaming, no whammies, no whammies?
No.
Really? Oh, I'll have to, we'll post that as well.
We got a lot to post.
So, yes.
I do not remember
Whammies is
that.
a great word. Have you seen Anchorman?
Yeah.
Okay. Champ Kind? No, the sportscaster? What was his expression?
No whammies?
No, it was whammy. As in Gene Tennis at the plate and whammy.
Okay.
All right.
It is a good word. It's
All right.
a multi-purpose word.
Okay, so there's my whammy trivia.
Okay. Yes.
And then there was the song.
Oh, the song.
Yeah, Legal Tender.
Whammy, yes. Legal Tender, I thought you were talking about.
And Heavy.
Whammy kiss.
Equipment.
They were so unique. I mean,
It's a great
say
song.
it every episode. I love 1983.
Yeah. No, this was a good song. And plus, no Fred Schneider on this one. Usually, I like Fred. He's a good embellishment. But with this, it was just Kate and Cindy. And
You're right.
They're both wonderful. I love Kate Pearson, who sang on a number of REM songs.
Yeah.
And
good harmony.
A really good song. And is it still on the KROQ updated list?
Yes, it is.
It's a minor hit.
It is.
It is. Number 59.
So
slipping in between Real Life and OMD, they put in Legal Tender.
Okay. So I'm 5 for 6.
Yeah, doing well.
Okay, thank you. I'm still at an A.
All right. All right. So now comes a bizarre song. This is number 64.
Okay, wait. Can we go back? Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Can we point out that they are also from Athens, that we have 2 bands from Athens, Georgia, just in this 10 chunk of songs?
Good point.
Yeah.
B-52 is also from Athens.
Yeah.
Nicely.
It's a small town.
Mm-hmm.
A small musical town.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
all these tidbits. Cindy Wilson, she's the only member who is not a vegetarian, only member of the B-52s.
Okay. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Okay.
All right. So now we go to number 64. Jimmy the Hoover. Tantalize. Woo woo ee yay yay.
Do you remember this song?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm not proud of this song. I'm not proud this song exists. It sounds like a kid's song to me.
Yeah.
I saw the video, like, oh, this looks like something I would show my kids, like
Barney.
when they were 4 or 5 years old.
The Wiggles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fine. This was Malcolm McLaren's.
Yeah, they were managed by Malcolm McLaren, so you got to give them a little bit of credibility, right?
I mean, I guess he was all over the place. He had his clean cut Jimmy the Hoover. He had his Bow Wow Wow, his little temptress with Bow Wow Wow.
Yeah.
And he had his filthy band with the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was all over the map.
He was. I guess he
Keep
thought
us
maybe this
guessing.
was like super commercial. Like maybe this was his trying to get like, okay, let's get the ultimate commercial
Let's get a
sound.
hit.
Yeah. Maybe that was it. Just blatantly let's try and do whatever it takes to get a hit.
Yeah. And their only hit, by the way.
It wasn't really, it made it up to 18 in the UK.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's hitty enough.
This was, did you see it was produced by Steve Levine, who produced Color by Numbers?
Yep.
So that's nice.
It's
But
a good connection for us.
yeah. But this could have, I don't know. This sounds like a Baby Shark type song.
Yes.
Instead of doot, 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 there was whoa, whoa, yay, yay.
Very good comparison.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it even caught on as much as Baby Shark.
Thankfully. Oh, all right. So less said, the better. Is this on the update?
No, I don't think
Of
it
course
is.
not.
Okay.
Okay. Less said about the better.
Yes.
My apologies to Jimmy the Hoover.
I like the name, though. And I
I
actually
don't even know. Is there a Jimmy in this band?
I don't think so. No, there's a Simon and a Derek and a Carla and a Flinto.
Flinto. He
And
was
a
my
Chris
favorite.
and a Mark. Flinto was your favorite?
Flinto was my favorite in the band.
Flinto was the bass player. But he was then replaced by Chris Cole.
That's why I dropped the band. After Flinto left, like it wasn't the same.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, we know this was not on the list, and so we move on to number 63.
Pat Wilson with Bop Girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name Pat Wilson. I remember the name when I think of Pat Wilson. I think of the drummer in Weezer.
Who this is not, because she is a she, Pat.
She is indeed a she.
Mm-hmm.
This was as opposed to Cyndi Lauper, who she bopped.
She bopped.
She bopped. This was the bop girl.
Yeah, and I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't
I
about
think she was just
Cyndi.
bopping around.
Yes, this is just sweet, innocent bopping around.
Yeah.
She was a journalist. She wrote Pat Wilson wrote for Go Set, a 1960s pop music newspaper. She wrote her column under the pen name Mummy Cool. Huh. Yeah, so there you go.
That is cool. You know that the video for this song, do you know who it starred?
I did see that, but please tell me.
It was Nicole Kidman. She was 15 years old.
Yeah, did you
They
watch
were
it?
Australian.
Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video.
Did you see her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
She looks the same, same
she
face.
does look the same.
Yeah. She insisted, I'm sure you saw the same information, that the video can be used for a BBC documentary about her career and also in an American cinematic tribute to her, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. No, well, you got to get your start somewhere. Why not be a music video?
Yeah, like Courtney Cox.
That's right. As I just saw, Pat used the pen name Mummy Cool, and I just realized that the song was written by her husband Ross Wilson, who was in a band called Daddy Cool. So there you go.
Yes, and he was in another band called Mondo Rock.
All right, but all right,
And this song went to number 2 in Australia.
okay. I think it won an award for best debut single. I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
You got to begin somewhere.
You do. Yet I still do not think this was on the top 80 chart. I think this song was deleted.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
good. We have number 62. Can you tell me what it is?
It's the Eurythmics, Love is a Stranger.
Correct.
I love this song.
Well, of
Do you
course.
love the song?
Yes.
Because it's love?
because it's the Eurythmics. It's Annie Lennox. This
Yeah.
was it wasn't our introduction to her, but this
No.
was one of the songs from that album.
Yeah. Probably my favorite song on the album.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Do you like this song?
Yes. Yeah. I like all the songs. It's funny. I didn't get into I liked all the Eurythmics songs. I don't know why I didn't get aboard the Eurythmics bandwagon until I think a couple albums in. Like I thought it seemed like it would be a one-hit wonder for something like Sweet Dreams or,
Wow.
But they kept having, but I liked all these songs. I thought, all right, well, I don't know.
Giving them a chance.
Yeah. And plus, Annie Lennox had this different look to her.
I almost saw her as a Laurie Anderson
totally.
back then. Yeah.
Yeah. As a teenage boy, it just didn't connect with me at the time. As you get older, as I got into college, like, oh my God, you realize that she's super cool and, can write a really good song.
Yeah. Or 10.
Yes.
Or
Well,
20.
right. Well, Love is Strange. I'm sure she did the lyrics, but like in the describing love, I wrote down the lyrics. Describing love, she says, it's savage and it's cruel and it shines like destruction, comes in like the flood and it seems like religion. It's noble and it's brutal. It distorts and deranges and it wretches you up and you're left like a zombie. Yeah.
Yes.
And I want you. And I want you so. It's an obsession, which is much better than Animotion ever said.
Yeah. Much better.
Yes. So, I mean, that's just like you read that and like, wow, that's
she's on it. She has her.
Yeah, that's some good songwriting right there.
She's describing love the way I would describe love.
Yeah.
In a much better, prolific way.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
This was the first song on their Sweet Dreams.
The first song on the album.
On the album. Yeah, this first song on the Sweet Dreams album. And this was the first single and it flopped. And then, I mean, it made it up to 54 originally in 82. And then came Sweet Dreams. And then that took off immediately. And then they're like, all right, let's try this Love is a Stranger song again. And then it made it up to number 6.
I love that when you really believe in a song. I mean, to release it again, not everybody has to take that chance. They didn't have to take that chance.
Right.
They had already had a bunch of hits from that album.
Right. You had, Sweet Dreams was a big hit. Then, okay, well, this last song flopped. Maybe we should go on something else. And they didn't. We will see the Eurythmics a couple other times in 1983.
Yes, we will.
Is this song still on the list?
This song is on the list because I want it to be on the list.
It is on the list. Here's another thing. We will talk about Sweet Dreams later. On the KROQ updated list, they've added Here Comes the Rain Again.
Oh.
That's at number 76.
And what is this one?
This was not, Here Comes the Rain Again was not on the original list. Mm-hmm. But it is now on the updated list.
Okay,
and
that's cool.
This song, Love is a Stranger, is at number 57.
Oh, that's a good spot for it.
It's a great spot for it. All right, so we will wrap up this episode with song 61. This is by this young up-and-coming artist by the name of David Bowie. How do you say it? What?
Bowie, dude. Bowie.
Okay, David Bowie, China Girl. Good stuff.
Oh.
So this was... You want to talk about this? You want to take this?
Well, I'll only tell you a personal anecdote.
Okay, go ahead.
Memories, but it has nothing to do with David Bowie or my love or passion for David Bowie. But it's one of these things that I'll always remember, and I don't know why, because this is when he made this was a turn for him. This was he went in a different direction.
Yeah,
from all the other stuff that we have loved, had loved.
He hired Nile Rodgers of Chic to produce this album. He writes hits.
Yeah. This song was released, it was 1983. It was on Let's Dance. And I was in my first year of college. And I would take a Spanish class, and because at the time I thought I was going to minor in Spanish. And I met this guy in the class who I fell madly in love with, and the feelings were not reciprocated, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Although here's a story. Here's a story within a story. That's what prompted me. I never had an answering machine on my phone before I met this guy. And when he said that he was going to call me, I ran right out and bought one because I thought, I don't want to miss this. Nothing ever happened. Nothing came of it, except that I did find out. You
still have that answering machine, though.
No, but I should have. There was no message from him on it, so why would I have saved it? I did find out that later on that he was a big drug dealer, and he drove a Corvette.
He was like Falco. He probably liked Falco a lot.
You reminded me of Matt Dillon. Anyway, we spent our time in this Spanish class trying to translate this song, China Girl, into Spanish. So that is my...
Can you sing? Can you sing me
I'm
some?
not going to.
Can you just recite a few lyrics?
Ojos de azul, eyes of blue.
Can you say visions of swastikas in my head in Spanish?
No.
You could.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say fotos de swastikas entre mi cabeza, entre mis orejas, between my ears, in my head, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, so that's my story about the
That's
song.
nice.
And so this will always remind me of that.
That's funny. Yeah. Iggy's and David Bowie's versions are quite different.
Yes, they are.
Iggy's is...
You have a preference?
Is dirty. Well,
Yeah.
yes, I love Bowie's version.
Yeah.
But yeah, even I think there was some comment that like only Nile Rodgers could take a song with a lyric like "Visions of Swastikas in my head" and make it a pop hit.
Right. Exactly.
And he did. Yeah, I did read a thing. Are you familiar with the author Susan Choi? She wrote this book, Trust Exercise, that just came out. It's recently won the 2019 National Book Award in fiction. I just put it on my list of books to read. Centers around a group of performing arts students in an unnamed southern city during the 80s. She's a child of the 80s. She's probably our age and a phenomenal writer. But anyway, in Pitchfork a couple weeks ago, they asked her favorite song, like songs that what is she listening to right now? And she singled out China Girl. And she said, all of the Bowie songs from the early 80s are very meaningful to me because they were the first ones that I really loved. Musically, I don't like China Girl. It's one of my least favorite songs of his, but that song has preoccupied me a lot. Bowie had this incredible, suave, incredibly sophisticated, almost knife-like presence, and yet he's so gentle. One of the reasons China Girl was and remains so confusing to me is because of its many layers. At first listen, it could sound really racist. And then after several listens, it actually feels as if Bowie is, with incredible insightfulness, dismantling all of the layers of objectification and Orientalism and sexism that are wrapped up in the stereotype of the China Girl. You can listen to this song and feel like either he's perpetuating that stereotype or he's actually understanding it better than anyone else ever did. He always seemed like somebody who, if you sat down and talked to him, he would have listened and understood. I think it's very perceptive, and especially from someone of that, she's that heritage, and to hear a song like China Girl
comes from a different perspective than we do.
Right. I went, it never, as a white boy in the San Fernando Valley, it didn't really
you don't think much
resonate
about
with,
it.
it didn't resonate with me. Like she touches on his vocals and like, you can kind of hear, that's why he connected with so many people. It's just the way he presents songs.
And the description of him that she wrote before you described this song was totally accurate, like a knife, but soft, something like that. His presence.
Yeah.
That's so accurate.
Right. Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I read this and like, oh, okay. I mean, I need to look into her her book, like her latest book. Yeah.
You read it first and then let me know.
Oh, I will.
Or listen to it.
The Audible.
Yep.
Might just do that. Oh, that's right. You're digging up the.
Oh yeah.
The quiz book.
Baby, the 80s music trivia quiz book.
Okay, so
which will ask you all the years.
All right, so you are asking me?
I believe I'm asking you. So today Dave is going to answer these questions.
Okay.
Which of these albums by Duran Duran was released first? Notorious, Rio, Duran Duran.
Well, Duran Duran.
Very good. In which year, these are always our favorite, did Bonnie Tyler release the song Total Eclipse of the Heart? 81, 83, 85.
Okay. See, that's funny because I was thinking later, but was it Total Eclipse of the Heart?
Yeah.
83.
Very good.
All right.
Good guess. Which one of these studio albums by Tina Turner was released first? Break Every Rule, Foreign Affair, Private Dancer.
I'll go with Private Dancer.
Very good. You are 3 for 3.
All right.
Dave, you get an A. Which song so far?
Okay.
You have an A so far.
All
Let's
right.
see if you can keep the A. Which song by Duran Duran was the theme music for a James Bond movie?
View to Kill.
Good.
All right.
Who released the song Dreamin' in 1980?
Are you talking about Blondie?
Nope. I'm talking about Rod Stewart, Leo Sayer, or Cliff Richard.
Ooh, okay.
Dreamin' in
Dreamin'.
1980.
Dreamin' with like an apostrophe.
Yes.
Okay. See, that's a good one because I was, boy, I will
You're
not.
just gonna guess.
I'm going to just guess Leo Sayer.
Nope, it was Cliff Richard.
Okay.
Okay. So it was a good guess, though.
All right. It was a wrong guess. That's not a good guess.
Yeah. It was just wrong. It was a good guess. It was just wrong. Which of the 3 Lionel Richie albums released in the 1980s was released last? Can't Slow Down, Dancing on the Ceiling, Lionel Richie.
Here, let's see. So Can't Slow Down was probably like 82. I don't know. Like, all right. So I'm going to guess that Lionel Richie, like a debut, maybe that came first. Can't Slow Down. And then what was the other one?
Dancing on the Ceiling.
All right. So Dancing on the Ceiling was 84. Let's go with Dancing on the Ceiling.
Very good.
All right.
Dave, I love the way you break this down. Very impressive. I just blurt it out. Sometimes you go with your first, sometimes we go with our first instinct, but very good. I like the way you break it down.
All right. Well, now I got to look at, now I'm thinking about Dreamin' and Cliff Richard.
We're going to have to listen to it.
Yeah.
All right. Who had success in 1986 with the song Breakout?
Breakout. That was Everything But the Girl. Wasn't that? Or Swing Out Sister.
Very good.
Yeah,
very good. Okay. You are 6 for 7. Which song by Madonna contains the phrase, "Last night I dreamt of San Pedro"?
Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. It's La Bonita.
Very good. La Isla Bonita.
No, see, you could sing that in Spanish.
I could, if I knew the lyrics offhand. What was Bonnie Tyler's birth name?
Ooh, I will not know that, but go ahead.
Okay. Anna Bullock, Gaynor Hopkins, or Susan Ballion? This is just going to be a guess, right?
Why would you change your name from Susan to Bonnie?
Bonnie Tyler has a nice ring to it.
Bonnie Tyler's a great name.
All right. Anna Bullock, Gaynor Hopkins.
See, if I was Anna Bullock,
Gaynor Hopkins, or
Gaynor
Susan
Hopkins is a great
Ballion.
name. I'm going to go with Susan.
No, it was Gaynor Hopkins. She changed it from Gaynor Hopkins.
Gaynor Hopkins is a great name, and you made a huge mistake, Bonnie Tyler, even though Bonnie Tyler is a good name too. But Gaynor Hopkins.
Yeah.
I like that.
I totally agree.
I like that. All right. Next time I see Bonnie, I'm going to
give her hell.
Hey, Gaynor. All right.
You are 7 for 9.
Okay.
All right. Who released the song The Rain in 1986?
Blame It on the Rain?
Nope.
The Rain.
The Rain.
The Rain.
I know the song because it was popular when I was an intern at Power 106. So your choices are Ray Parker Jr., Billy Ocean, or Oran Juice Jones.
Well, then I think you just gave it away. It was Orange Juice Jones.
How'd I give it away?
Because you worked at Power, and that's something they would play.
They probably would have played. You're right, but they probably would have played Billy Ocean too. Ray Parker Jr.
What is the correct answer?
It is the correct answer.
All right. Actually, I do remember that because Donald Glover was on SNL. He did a parody of that song, "The Rain."
That song?
It was a skit on Saturday Night Live. I'll have to. We'll post that.
Wow, that's a lot of video this week.
Yeah, I know. So much.
Hey, it's time for us to go.
Now it's
Hit
time.
the road, Jack.
Now it's time to say goodbye
to all our family. Thank you, everyone, for listening to What Difference Does It Make, podcast.
Thank you to Joel for
creating our brilliant music.
Yes, which I will pop up right there. Oh, there you go.
So check us out. Check us out on all our social media and give us a shout. Let us know what you think.
Yes, WDDIM podcast is the key word.
Yep.
All right. So until next week, this is Dave.
This is Holly.
Check you later.
Over and out.